Good rising.
Peace. Peace and blessing.
To you as well.
Hello, Judith.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing?
Doing well.
My name is Rodney. Calling you from Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
I've been a listener for a while. There's a lot of things that we've agreed on a long time ago, and I think I'm 55 years old, by the way.
Yes, sir.
I've been studying for about 40 years. I started off in Southern Baptist Church. I bounced around in my search for the Creator in Islam briefly. I went all the way to the orientation of the Nation of Islam, and I submitted my letter to the the people who read your penmanship and tell you whether you're ready to be inside or not. Well, I just kept getting denied. I kept writing my letter. I kept getting denied. I got
Hello? Can we call him back?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. I have to stay still.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have to stay still because sometimes I move around when I talk.
Okay.
And I'm close to an antenna and it may jump off.
Okay. Yeah, continue. You said you kept writing, and they kept denying you?
Yes, and then I walked away from that. And by the way, I grew up in one of the worst projects in the city of Trenton, New Jersey. It was called Miller Homes.
Okay.
It's since now been torn down. But I mentioned that to say that back then it was the 7 ODs, the gods of the earth. Mm-hmm. And they were, bringing knowledge from Noble Drew Ali. I forget what the other guy's name was who branched off from the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
But he was the head leader of the 5 Percenters.
Okay.
And they were black. They were a group here, and I've seen everything, man. I grew up in the 80s. I've seen the Guardian Angels. I've seen. I took a class called Senior Religion 101. I took that back in 1986.
Okay. I
completed one of the first government-funded follow-through programs in the country,
mm-hmm.
which means that they went all over the country with heavy funding, and they went into inner city. They chose inner city schools, and I was blessed, I believe, by God, to be lucky, one of the lucky ones who was able to be in that class. And when I went back to regular school after completing that course where they just threw everything at you, they threw French at you, they threw mathematics, they just threw everything at you and see would it stick.
Yes.
Well, after that course, everyone who took that course with me, we were in, somebody can look this up in the archives. We were back in the 70s. They put the follow-through program throughout the country. And it was just to see could we absorb the same thing as the private school white kids were getting in great neighborhoods where the taxes were high and the books were new.
Mm-hmm.
I went through high school. I had books that had my older brother and sister's name in them.
Yes.
So you can kind of try to figure out where I'm coming from and what age group I'm in.
Yes.
So, brother, I'm gonna tell you, after all my studying, after I took that course called Senior Religion 101, that taught me the basics of most of the major religions around the world.
Mm-hmm.
That sparked me, and it sparked me to find the commonalities between these religions, and just stop looking at the things that make them different. Look at the commonalities of them, and that way, I thought I was on a course where I could find the Creator, yes, because I thought He was in all of these things. Otherwise, other people had access to all the religions, when they're up at a certain age where they can choose for themselves which direction they want to go spiritually.
Yes.
So since that wasn't the case, and everything is tradition, that means if you live in India, you grew up whatever language your family, whatever religion your family grew up in, just by tradition.
Yep.
Okay? Even if you had nothing, if you wanted nothing to do with it, their holidays, you have to be involved. So you grow up in that way. Your religion is the best religion because it's special to you. There's all of your memories attached to it growing up, whether it be Christmas or, the Easter Bunny or whatever it is. So I looked for the commonalities between these religions, and they had some basic main principles, the same way as Islam. They have pillars. Mm-hmm. First of all, I noticed that the commonality between the dietary law. A lot of people ate this and they didn't eat that. The Jews and the Muslims would not touch pork.
Yes.
Certain people ate fish on Friday. I said, okay, now we're getting somewhere because we're getting to the meat of it. I've tried to take it from the bottom to the top. Mm-hmm. And then I started to research their holidays and what days they fell on the year and why do the Jewish people have theirs and the Christian people have theirs. Here in America, Christianity is not practiced the same way in, let's say, Egypt. They're Coptic Christians. Mm-hmm. And it just, the more and more I fell down this rabbit hole, I could not get, I researched. I'm a very, very I used to be when I was a kid. I was a very, very serious Egyptian buff. Mm-hmm. Because when I was in this class that I told you about, the first thing that this white teacher, and God bless her soul, I hope she's alive, her name was Miss Kaufman. She was a white woman. She wore her hair like the Beatles. Mm-hmm. And she was very, very attractive when I was a little kid because, white women were on everything.
All right.
They were on the magazine covers. They were everywhere. Both Derek and the Stan and with braids in their hair.
Yes.
So, it doesn't make a difference which way it all has to do with your development. And I was raised in the inner city where crack hit the set. I think they called it, first they had one drug, it was called Boat, it was called Fresh. That came through in the early 80s. But that it was formaldehyde smoking. It was, they were lacing formaldehyde on marijuana or dipping it in cigarette. And they had those guys smoking that. And it kept them high for too long.
Well, so hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to the religion and continue with that.
Okay. Let's go back to the religion. So the way I got out of it was I kept researching, and my daughter was Princeton. You can't say this fast. Princeton University preparatory pupil. Which means that, she was in this program where Princeton University picks up kids from the inner city. Almost exactly the same thing that happened to me, but I stayed in my same school. Mm-hmm. So they took them out. They threw everything at them. They got them ready for SATs. They were ready for SATs in like the 11th grade. Mm-hmm. They were so far ahead of the other students of the school that they were pulled out of. And then I told her what was going on, and I told her, how it was going to go. And I said, I'm still researching this thing. So she was like, Dad, I thought I had come to the end of it too. So I was just going to develop my own religion and be a good person in my heart and worship the Creator on a one-on-one basis. And then I stumbled across the Sumerian text. I learned that the Sumerian texts were written in the Middle East. At the same time, there was a boom development of what the scientists say Homo sapien man. He had a boom, okay? He started building things. He started doing things, making monuments that they can't make today. They don't even have the equipment to destroy them today. Mm-hmm. So these people left tablets, and there's thousands of these tablets. And I know what some of your listeners are going to say. He's getting ready to go into the Zechariah Sitchin thing. But no, I'm not. Zechariah Sitchin was the first one that they allowed to let it be public amongst the intellectuals. Mm-hmm. But the truth in the matter of the fact is there are stone tablets. They're written in stone. And it comes from stone, then it goes to vellum, which is lambskin, then it goes to papyrus, and then it goes to paper of the book that we hold today. Those things were translated. The first page of the Bible tells you, never tells you what the original text is. Some people say it's Hebrew. Some people say it's this. Some people say it's Sanskrit. Some people say it's that. But in a stone tablet, it gives a much detailed story of the stories of the Bible. And that's where my thing is today. My whole thing. You can get it from any translation that you want. There's plenty of people who's been translating these texts ever since they were found. And I believe that this was the main reason for the Gulf War on Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein started calling himself the reincarnation of Nebuchadnezzar. And he was going to bring back this old world that was underneath the sands in his property. And he started searching for things, and he found different sculptures and all kinds of things. He said, okay, well, we have so much stuff. Now we're going to make a museum, and people are going to come from all around the world to my country the same way they go to Egypt. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to take the U.S. dollar out of my trade. I want to trade my oil for nothing but strictly gold. There's a few people who said things like that, and you can name them. There's called Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, the guy from Venezuela, I can't think of his name, but he caught a 6-month cancer. America doesn't play, man. You're either going to play ball or they're going to replace you with one of their puppets.
True.
And everybody knows this around the world. Yes. Everybody knows this. In African countries, they know this.
Yes.
And that's why the African leaders are so greedy and they give nothing to their people. Because if they, even by accident, gain a greater economy, well, it doesn't have to be as much money as America, but for its land mass, if it's a producer and it's a striver, then you have to be brought down because you can't make us look bad. Every time a country goes debt-free and you're doing great, and they always wind up with a little bit of tragedy come their way.
Right. Thank you, brother, so much.
Accident.
Thank you so much, brother.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing in closing. Brother, I just want you to know that the people who run this world, not the ones that you can see, not the Rockefellers, not those, but the true controllers of this world are non-human. And I bid you peace and blessings.
Thank you. Peace and blessings to you as well. Shalom. Great information. Great information. Very interesting. Shalom.
Hello. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Big Judah. Hi, my name is Moses Clark Carnell. I called your show a few days ago. Thank you very much for doing your call-in radio show because it was absolutely amazing. I want to give you 2 quick tidbits because I want to do it because I remember you just said on your last video you want people to be fast and quick. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So I would like to tell you and your audience what Tetragrammaton really means. So we know tetra means 4, gramma means letter, but it's the word aton. So Tetragrammaton is a word that's in all caps. So when we look at aton, so when everybody watches the video show, the radio show, write A-T-O-N in capital letters. The letter A has 3 vowels. The letter vav is the 6th letter of the Phoenician alphabet, the language that the Hebrews speak, that people say Hebrew alphabet. So when you write it, when you write an A, it has 3 vowels. T has 2 vowels, and N has 3 vowels. So you got 3, 2, 3. If you go to gematria.org and type in Lucifer, the gematria value for Lucifer, the Jewish gematria value is 323. Now, also what I would like to say, if you add 3, 2, and 3 together, you get what? You get 8. So you have 8 vowels in a circle. And what happens when you write 8 vowels on a circle and you bend the lines? It becomes the what? The swastika.
Wow. Okay. Hello? Okay, I'm here.
So Oh, I'm sorry, conductor. So 8 bugs on the circle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's the swastika known as the Saraswati. But now the question is, now what does that symbol mean? If you're looking at the Kabbalah, Sephiroth number 6 has 8 paths connected to it. And the path is straight like a line. Path 25, 24, 20, 15, 13, 17, 22, and 26. And it connects to every Sephiroth. So basically, when you see Yud Hey Vav Hey, as I spoke previously, it means 666848 or the birthday of Adam Weishaupt, it's saying Adam Weishaupt, the Kabbalah. That's what Tetragrammaton means. Adam Weishaupt's Kabbalah. The Kabbalah is a double melatonin molecule. What double melatonin molecule? Has to do with HSV2, but that's a whole nother subject. So now the second little buzz I want to give your audience is, did you know, now this here you may not have caught on because you're very clever and everyone knows that you're clever because everyone I know knows who you are and watches your show. So if you go to the Pentagon website, which is the U.S. Department of Defense, if you go to Google, type in Pentagon website, what's going to come up is U.S. Department of Defense. And when you click on it, now this is their website now. At the top left corner of their website is the shape of the Pentagon. And the Pentagon has 5 points. The head of the point is upward. Did you know that if you make a 5-point star, like if you get a piece of paper, make a 5-point star, the shape of the Pentagon is inside a pentagram. But when you do it, when you make the star, the point of the Pentagon, which is inside the pentagram, is downward. So the only way the top of the point of the Pentagon is upward is as if the Pentagon is inverted. So a right side up Pentagon, which you would see on the United States Department of Defense, is a inverted pentagram. So just draw a right side 5-point star and turn it upside down, and you will see a right side up pentagon. Wow. They are showing you right now the inverted pentagram on their website right now. I'd like to thank you. Wow. And I do have a YouTube channel, Moses Clark Carnell Presents Kabbalah Unleashed. I want you to know that you are absolutely saved. I can't wait to meet you in person. You are totally chosen, and I'll call again later with more excellent, quick information like this. And thank you for your radio show. I'm Moses Clark Cornell. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you so much. Shalom. Good rising.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally hit the button again, Mr. G.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good rising.
Hi. I didn't know if I was going to get through. So thank you for calling me back.
Yes, I'm trying. We're learning, so I'm trying to call people back sometimes when someone else is kind of talking.
Yeah, no, understood. I just wanted to say, one, I appreciate you allowing the Most High to be obedient to what the Most High is doing in your life, and I'm so grateful for all the knowledge that you're bringing forth and allowing for others to contribute and whatnot as well too. So there's 2 things, and maybe we'll just have time for one, and I'm fine with that. I had a dream a long time ago, about 10 years ago, and I kept wondering what it meant. And I don't know if there are any folks who listen who are like interpreters, or if it will, ring a bell for anyone. But I was in the dream, I was at a friend's house, talking to their dad. I'm not sure if that was that significant, but this like strange, eerie music came. It was coming from the sky. And so I walked out into the porch and I looked up, and there were 2 planes that were, at first they were, flying, but they were just frozen in the middle of the air, and like not falling or anything, just frozen. And then came in the middle, there were 2 angels that were floating down, I guess, with this, what I guess would be like the Ark of the Covenant. It was a golden box. And I was like, wow, it's so powerful that it's making like the planes just freeze in the air. But no one else seemed to notice but me. So I always kept wondering. I was like, so eventually I didn't know what that meant, but I kept asking, and praying, and eventually it came to me that it may be the Ark of the Covenant, right? And I'm like, well, is it here? Is it not on Earth anymore? I don't know. I've been searching for the answer. And then recently, about a month ago, I don't live too far away from an airport. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I kid you not, several times that I'd have been driving, I would see the planes just stop in the middle of the air. And I see the planes fly all the time, right? So at first, the very first time I saw it on the freeway, my husband and our kids can't recall where we're going, but we're going one way on the freeway. And I kept looking over like, that plane looks like it's frozen. And my husband was like, oh, no, it probably is, because it's so low, and, some explanation that made no sense. But I said, okay. And then I was like, okay, honey. But I prayed. I'm like, I don't think I'm tripping, right? Like that happened. I'm not making it up. Well, Most High is so good, because about 30 miles down the road, a plane flying in the total opposite direction, it just stopped. It happened again. So I kept seeing this over and over, happening over and over again for about 2 to 3 weeks straight. And I kept saying, like, that sounds so weird. What is this phenomenon? Like, what's happening? And different spots, so it wasn't like they're all just landing, and that's why I'm experiencing this. And then the dream came back. So I don't know if that's connected in some way to know that Ark of the Covenant is here, or what that means. But it's been bothering me for a while, because my mom and I have been kind of trying to figure out, what did that symbolize? And ever since that, it came back to me having that aha moment, like, oh, that's what happened in my dream. I haven't seen the planes freeze anymore. So I don't know if others have experienced that.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, but what would be great is we can actually put this out, and then people actually have the same kind of dreams, or they have an interpretation. They can definitely put that in the comment section.
Yeah, I would love to do that. And I know you may have to call others, so maybe I'll call back again one day. I had another interesting dream that just happened recently, but if we don't have time, I will definitely call back another time.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be quick. So I had a dream. My husband and I were at a grocery store, kind of like not really a Walmart, but a store that had groceries and other goods. And we were about to walk up to get in line, and I saw this guy walking. He had a mask on, but his whole outfit was royal, well, not royal blue. Well, you'll see what I mean in a minute, but it was a beautiful color blue. But I was like, this blue is kind of unique. But something kept coming to my mind, like saying Middle Eastern guy. And I'm like, well, you can't really tell what he is, because he had a hat on, he had like a hood on, and he had the mask. So we're walking to get in line, and he walks past us just like as normal, but I kept having this like weird feeling. And I'm like, something's about to happen, but I'm not sure what. Well, the guy at the cashier was a white male. He had an American flag mask on, right? So he was all excited, like, hey, sir, how can I help you? And the guy pulled out a gun and shot him straight, right in the face, right? And I felt the pain. I remember just dropping down. I felt the pain. Like when I woke up, I felt even like my jaw, like I could feel how it felt when the man got shot. And I kept praying, praying. And I'm like, what is this? This is so weird. So I kept saying, but it was weird that I kept hearing Middle Eastern or what have you. So I started looking up flags in the Middle East. And why? I looked up the flag, and it's the color of the supposed Israel flag. So I think there's a deeper meaning with that too, about something that's happening between America and them. I know we have our, dealings with them and giving them money and some other stuff, but I wonder if some type of big betrayal or something will happen. So any other folks out there that can help interpret that, I would love to hear that. But
beautiful.
Thank you so much for having me. And,
Thank you.
And again, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Shalom. Thank you. I appreciate you too, sister.
All right,
Much
bye.
love. Shalom.
You too.
You can call him back. Good rising.
Hey, good rising, Big Judah.
How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well.
Hey, well, my name is Reggie Upshaw, longtime fan, supporter, listener, learner. You really helped when I was wakening up to the truth. breaking away from Christianity, listening to various camps. It was, I really didn't thank you for your consistency and always being thorough in your research of the word, understanding of the precepts, and it really helped me, and especially your courage in researching in the other books. And so other books, be it the Book of Mormon, be it the Book of Mormon, be it the Books of Remembrance, heck, even now the Star Seeds. It's
Oh, I think we lost him. Hopefully he comes back here.
precept here a little and there a little across all the 12 tribes,
Yes.
as the Most High will. So, wow. Anyway, very happy to just to say thank you for everything.
It's all praises, brother. All praises. Thank you. This is all. It's all about the Father.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's also about you kind of demonstrating the principle and just in the scholarship and the way to approach the reading, and also when you find so many folks, how our people can get all hyped up.
Yes.
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 It's kind of good that you always kind of just stick right to the facts. You ain't,
Yes.
You can argue with me all you want, but you can sit here and just argue with the word. I'm just and that's what you always did. You can,
Yes. Thank you.
So, yeah. So we definitely need that, and I consider you a big brother, even though I'm older than you. I'm pretty sure I'm older than you, but definitely you definitely have been a big brother to me. Just in all the many lessons and the studies, and just opening my eyes and help me stay focused to kind of follow where the Most High is leading me to. So
that's beautiful. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate all the kind words. Like I said, it's all praises to the Most High. Without him, I'm nothing.
Yep. Thanks again for letting your sons read. We like that. Our people need to see that.
Thank you.
Men need to say, hey, it's great having you. Great hearing you, young man. We love it. Love it.
Thank you.
We love it. Raising the children up as the way they should be. So it's just a wonderful example, and it's a bit of a lonely walk. At least you're lucky to have this man as a father and to grow up in it. It's kind of new to me, and while I will remain the black sheep of my family for now, it's okay.
Same here.
One another,
Yes, sir.
And it's a blessing when you find people who share similar spirit.
Yes.
And surprisingly, I'm running with people of even of different walks and different faiths who seem to have a similar spirit. So, as the Most High wills, it's all blessings. And I think that the nearest thing I found right now is trying to stay prayerful, trying to repent. And because, we're such a mixed bag with our people, we're not really quite sure whom we belong to, although we know we come across the 12 tribes. Esau is just as mixed in with us as we are, you know?
Yeah,
so,
true.
Which is why we still, which is why it still makes sense for us to try to repent, to try to love our brothers as best we can. Well, loving the Most High first, and trying to love our brothers as ourselves, and praying that He continues to bring the Holy Spirit forth to enlighten us, and all the many wonders that are coming forth as far as the knowledge and that's being shared. So
Thank
just
you.
a wonderful thing.
Thank you so much, brother. I'm gonna have to let you go so I can get some more callers in. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take care of that. Yes, sir. Most High bless you.
Most High bless you well. Shalom.
Shalom.
Good rising.
Hey, what's going on, Big Judah? This is Capstone again.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm not trying to take up all the time.
Oh, we got time. We got time for great information.
Right.
I learned how to call people back now. So so if people are calling, I can actually call people back. I just learned that today.
Oh, well, that's a great deal then. That's a
Yes.
great deal.
Bring it out. Bring it out. Oh, you got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Prophecy, right?
Hold on. We want to start over again because we lost you. We lost you.
Yes, let's start over again.
Okay. Go ahead.
So you there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what I want to bring to the community today is all about prophecy, because you hit on some very powerful points. Your last video that you made.
Yes, sir.
And as far as the prophecy is concerned, we understand that all of the prophecies that we need to address or research, of course, wasn't found in the Bible because they removed most of the books and the writing is all over the place. Right? So this particular prophecy that I'm talking about comes from Thoth. Thoth.
Yes.
And if you Google that name, you was.
Hold on. The devil doesn't want this information out today. Hold on. You still there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. We got to Thoth, and you said if you Google that name, and then it cut off on us.
Okay. If you Google that name, it's an Egyptian god of prophecy from the Hamitic text. Okay. And this text that I'm talking about is the Emerald Tablets.
Yes.
Okay, you've heard of it.
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you about one of his prophecies that. Okay, I'm getting these calls, man. I'm being disturbed. But anyway, so in the Emerald Tablets, it states this. It states, deep beneath the rock, I buried my spaceship, waiting for the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship, erected a marker in the form of a lion, yet akin to man.
Okay, hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I got to the part where the spaceship and a lion, and then it cut off again.
Okay, and then it said, yet akin to man. Okay.
Uh-huh.
In other words, that lion has the body of a lion and the face of a man. We know that's the Sphinx.
Yes.
Okay. And linked to man beneath the image. Beneath the image rests yet my spaceship forth to be brought when need shall arise. Okay, now what that's saying in there is that these people here been looking and searching the pyramids or up under the Sphinx for years.
Mm-hmm.
What they're actually looking for is technology, and this technology is from what they're looking for is from this writing here. It's supposed to be a spaceship, or maybe they consider it technology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'm gonna read a little bit more. Know ye, man, that far in the future invaders shall come out of the deep. Then awake ye who have wisdom. Bring my ship and conquer with ease. Now, the reason why I wanted to state that is because that's one of the prophecies that we see actually being fulfilled right now, when it's mentioned that the spaceships are all around the military installation and military bases.
Yes.
That's actually what's going on. And it also states that, let me see, deep beneath lies my secret. Search and find in the pyramid I built. Each to the other is a keystone, the gateway that leads into life. Now, with these pyramids, the 3 pyramids that was created, right? The first one is Khopri,
Mm-hmm.
and the second is Khufu,
Mm-hmm.
and the third one is Menkaura. Okay, that's the 3 pyramids that they're talking about, and each one of them is a part of that particular family, right?
Yes.
And Menkaura is the one that we call the Messiah or Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It might seem far-fetched, but if people look into it, you'll see that you'll find information that he was one who reincarnated over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it says also it's Thoth, the one who's speaking. He said, "Use the key of the 7 and open to you. The gateway will fall," meaning that someone on this planet has that ability, or had that ability, to pull that spaceship from up under the Sphinx, which is a spiritual spaceship. And this is why they can't do anything with the vehicles that's flying around in the air.
Okay.
So I wanted to bring that up. And, I was kind of disturbed from the phone calls coming in, but we'll work on that. There were some other things, but I'm not going to take up all the time this time. And I'll get back.
If you have a couple more things to share, go right ahead.
Okay. And there was one sister who made a statement. She made a statement about she was having some experiences. And I responded to her in the messages.
Okay.
And because she was having that experiences where she would hear someone coming in the room, she would hear a loud clap,
Mm-hmm.
or she would hear someone call her name. And I explained to her that the spirits they respect your privacy,
Mm-hmm.
and they approach you with love. And when you hear such as a clap or sound like something that hit on the top of a desk or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's them letting you know they're here. And of course, the best thing to do then is just to go ahead on and relax and let them help prepare you for your gifts, because that's what that's all about.
Okay.
it's no harm coming to no one from the Most High's spirits.
Yes.
They come to prepare you for your gifts.
Makes
and
sense.
These gifts are necessary for the person to make it, so to say, on the other side.
Okay.
But I don't believe people should leave with that idea that this bodily form that we have right now is going to just go away, and then you go to the other side in the spirit form.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the purpose for this whole experience here in the physical form.
Yeah.
I believe that the Father have a plan for this physical form.
Mm-hmm.
And just so the people know, they don't need to kind of lose it and say, well, I'm about to die or turn into something else. That's not necessarily the case.
Okay. Thank you. This is getting more great information. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'll get back. I had a disturbing call that messed me all up. But anyway, we'll talk.
Definitely. We will definitely talk.
All right, then.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Shalom.
All right, take care. Bye.
Shalom.
Hello, shalom.
Shalom. I was calling you back.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Let me turn your program off on the other app here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Because I was listening to the video. Okay, babe. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to cut his program. I was listening to. Stop it. Yeah, me too. Okay. 1 second, Big Judah.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so get Grandma back to where he is, baby. So I can find where he is, because I don't know where he is.
He should be like right.
Maybe it's Google or Waze. Here we go. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Shalom, thank you, brother. This is so wonderful. I'm in the DMV, and I've been following you now for about 5 years. Thank you so much for all the help with my journey. I really appreciate all the videos. I'm doing all the learning I can. So it was really a blessing to have this Google Duo. My grandchild actually helped me to do it because I had no clue.
It's amazing what these kids know, right?
Yes. Excuse me. Yes, Big Judah. And there's a lot of, it's so much going on,
Yes.
Right now in society. It's really a blessing to have have your teachings. It really, really is. It's something to look forward to every day. I check, and I just, I'm amazed by society now. I've been basically in the house for the past 10 years. I went back to school to get my degree and stopped working. And it's amazing what's going on in society today. It really is. It's scary.
Yes. It can be, but we know the Father has our back. The Most High is giving us all this knowledge to understand. We're growing while the rest of the world is digressing. They're all regressing, and we're moving forward.
Yes, we are. And I've been, listening to you for a while now, and I go back from time to time and I look at the videos, and I'm definitely looking into self-sustainability. So in the DMV, the land here is very, very expensive. So we're looking at all the areas just to try to do our own homestead and our own sustainability.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I think that's the direction I'm being called into. So.
Where are you from? You said it sounds like DMV. I'm sorry. Where exactly are you from?
Washington D.C. metropolitan area.
Oh, okay. D.C. Okay, Washington D.C. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Maryland.
Oh, okay. Anything else you want to share with the nation?
Well, I think this is wonderful that we all should, continue to get together and learn and share as much as we can.
I totally agree. I think this is an absolutely wonderful opportunity for people to share information. I mean, a lot of the brethren have a lot of information and no real avenue to really share it. So this actually gives people an opportunity to be able to do that.
Okay, and are you still keeping your black crystal in your car?
I have crystal. I actually have a smoky quartz right now. It's actually right now with me.
Yeah, I was the lady that told you to get the black tourmaline and put it in your car to keep you safe. I sent you an email.
Yes, you know what? I actually have it all around my house. I actually put it all in the four corners of my house.
Yes, that's wonderful. And sage the house every week.
Yes.
Make sure you sage every week, do all the corners and keep your crystals, keep one in your pocket.
Yes.
And, keep your energy on that one. And we'll continue to keep you and your family in prayer, Big Judah. It's a blessing to really have you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay, brother. We'll talk with you soon then.
Yes. Shalom, sister. Shalom.
Shalom. Be safe.
You too. Good rising.
Grand rising.
How are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How do you do this for a speaker? Can I hear you on speaker?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I hear you as well.
All praises to the Most High. I seen you call me back.
Yes. I was talking to someone else and I learned how to call people back. So now I'm trying to, make sure I can hit people back that are actually calling and not getting through.
This is awesome. Judah, you are such a blessing to me. I thank the Most High for you. I've been praying for you. I appreciate your son reading. You are absolutely the knowledge I come from a church background. And so when I left the church, I was always wrestling. I remember I had been married to a preacher. Mm-hmm. And I did sermons on Ezekiel, the Valley of the Dry Bones.
Yes.
And I remember saying that was Israel. And my grandfather, my dad's dad, who's a pastor of Kojic Church, I don't even talk to them, And I remember it was like 2006. I had told him, I had a question. I was in church and I asked him, I said, aren't we the children of Israel? He said, those people don't exist and we're not going to get into all that theology. What we're going to focus on is Jesus.
Wow.
And that didn't sit right with me.
Wow.
And my whole life, I always knew something was missing. The puzzle wasn't coming together.
Yes.
Then I came across you. I don't know. Did you start in like 2016?
Around then,
Okay, 2016. I was going through a lot. And I was in this depression. I kept, just kept different.
Hold on, you're breaking up on me.
Hello?
Oh, okay, and I can hear you now. You said about 2016?
I'm sorry. What?
Hold on. Are you still there? Hello? How about we do this? How about we cancel? Hang up and then call it back. We'll call you right back. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you hear me now? Hope we have a better connection.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Go ahead and continue. You said you started listening around 2016, and then we got cut off.
Okay, 2016, I was going through a lot. I was depressed, and you came up on my feed. You know how many times you came up on my feed, and I had ignored it because I would start the video. I heard your voice. Please forgive me what I'm about to say, but you sounded like a Gentile.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've heard that many
so
times.
I was just with. I was like, man, what they keep saying? And night, I really stepped out. And when I listened, I said, oh, he talking about Abba Yah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is my people right here. And then it was just like, I was just hungry. And then once I started, it was just like the information, you confirming what I had asked, years prior, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had asked, aren't we the children of Israel? And my own grandfather told me he wasn't going to get into that and no, we're going to follow the Kojic rules and all that. He didn't have no answer for me. But I kept digging. And then while I was in that church, what was funny is he was saying, how many of you have read your Bibles front to back? I said, me. I was like, me and one other person had raised our hands. He hadn't even read his Bible. But he wanted to tell me we weren't the children of Israel. When I got to Deuteronomy 39,
mm-hmm.
What is it? Deuteronomy chapter 32, verses 39 and 40. Mm-hmm. See now that I am he, and there is no God beside me.
Mm-hmm.
That solidified it in me.
Yes.
So I was always confused with what they was trying to force.
Yes.
And it never did fit. But when I heard you, I said, this that I ain't never heard. And I said, he way across the country.
Yes.
But he answered the questions that I needed. And the questions my answers didn't come from them at that time. It took 10 years for me to get those answers.
Yeah.
And I praise the Most High for giving me, that time to let it manifest. Because it was just like, wow, blow my mind. But, when the scripture tell you, when you hear the truth, it's not always smooth.
Yes.
Don't tell me no smooth thing.
True.
Don't play with my emotions. Because, see, I was played with.
Yes.
And, I was angry at first because I'm like, everybody been lying to me.
We've all had that. I had that too.
Been to college. Everybody didn't lie to me. So I said, everything, I had been on Dean's List and honor roll all the time. I said, you know what? I count that as nothing. That was no knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And to have a brother like you is for such a time as this, brother, you was here. I thank you. And then you said star seeds, which was another thing. I have been, looking at stuff about star seeds. And I said, oh, my gosh. Because I was born on Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know how people have that superstition on Friday the 13th. Oh, that's a bad day. I said, oh, that's always a good day for me. What do you mean 13?
Yep.
I mean, it was just amazing. I just really praise the Most High. I thank him for what he's doing with the nation, drawing us. And I want to see you because, oh, my goodness. You gave me answers. I mean, I cried many a night. Fasting, praying, face on the ground. I'm going through something right now, but I still believe, I almost died last year. twice during the pandemic.
Wow.
But yeah, that whole time when I was concentrating, I was listening to you in the hospital.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
Sure was.
Thank you.
And it wasn't from Corona. I had busted a hernia. I worked all the way up until they had to give me emergency surgery. Remember, they wasn't giving surgeries.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I seen Yah made those people give me the red carpet treatment. I've never had to stay in the hospital. I hadn't been to the hospital since I was born. That's how good and healthy he's kept me.
Yes. Wow.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like for him to I just look like, wow, look where he brought me from. I was married to a minister that just did any and everything. I used to tell him, I said, you can't have these things and then jump in the pulpit. That's why we have it out.
Yes.
Because I was about and he was about just following tradition and pleasing people.
Yes.
And I would tell you one more last thing, because I don't want to hold up your line. I can be long-winded. One last thing I wanted to tell you was, while I was in my grandfather's Kojic church, I had dreamed. This was before I had read my Bible, because I had came from, even though I knew my grandfather was a preacher, me and my sister was like, we're not dealing with him. He don't even acknowledge us.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't acknowledge us until we started coming into church, and he needed people to write programs and sing. He found out we had voices, so he wanted to use that to bring others.
Mm-hmm.
And we was always bringing people in.
Yes.
Well, I had a dream. It was John. You have not chosen me, but I've chosen you, that you bear much fruit.
Yes.
And I remember in this dream, it was the words of the scripture, word for word. And I said, why am I dreaming this? Because I only knew John 3:16 prior.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked my grandfather, I said, what does this mean? He said, he's talking to you, daughter. That's all he left me with.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, I just took it. I said, I guess I'm on this by myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Especially after he shut me down and said the children of Israel didn't exist anymore. Those bloodlines don't exist anymore. When in deep down inside, me coming up off the street, so to say, because, they say, just because you don't go to church, you don't have that in you.
Exactly.
But see, my grandfather raised me, and they're Southern. My grandmother, she always imposed that.
Mm-hmm.
She would always say, go to God. She was real, she had us rooted.
Mm-hmm.
But we went on our way in my teenage years, but then like in my early 20s, this is when I started going through all this spiritual journey.
Yes.
So yeah, I just thank you for answering the questions and bringing new information, insight, confirming a lot of things. I just wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing, brother. I appreciate you. Y'all bless you and your family.
Thank you so much.
I want to see y'all increase.
Thank you.
Like Jabez.
Thank you.
Because, I just thank y'all for you. Because I didn't get this information. And I feel like I wasted a lot of time.
Yes.
But it taught me, and I saw the ins and outs. I got to see the behind the scenes.
Yes.
And, I could have, the things that I've been through, I could have been let go of the Most High. But those bad situations, all those bad things in my life just made me just hold on to them even harder.
That's it.
Just hold tighter. And then when I heard you, I said, oh no, I really got to hold tight.
Well, I'm glad you listened to me, even though.
I always feel something. I've always dreams, and I always, per se, they would call me the eyeball out. Almost always to myself, but it's all right. It's a reason for that, Because when I studied the prophets, a lot of the prophets, when they had that anointing on them, they had to be by themselves.
Yes.
You know, they had to go by themselves and be with the Most High.
This is true. This is true. Thank you so much, sister. I appreciate you sharing.
Sometimes you have some lonely days, and you go through some storms, and you battling with your spirit and your flesh every day. But he give you the strength, and you can always say, hey, I need help in this. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where he wants me to be right now. Yes, and I'm thankful.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. I'm going to have to let some more people come in.
I've gone twice last year in a 3-month span. And I was on the only floor with no corona. And I was taken care of and in and out, and everything was smooth. I've never had a surgery. I've never had to stay in no hospital except for when I was born. That's why I say all praises. And I thank you for all that diligence, dedication. I just want I want your spirit to just be lifted, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Shalom, sister.
I really mean that.
Thank you. Shalom.
You said what, brother?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you. Good rising.
Hello, good night, shalom.
Good rising.
Good rising, Big Judah. Oh my gosh, it's such a pleasure to talk to you, brother.
Great talking to you as well. I was calling you back. I know I missed your call, so anything you want to share with the nation?
I just want to, first of all, I want to thank you. You've actually taught me a lot over the past, say, 3-4 years. I think I've watched all your videos. I've even watched a few of them a few times to actually get in the message. I want to thank you for calling me back.
All praises.
I truly believe, Big Judah, you are one of the elect. That's just what I believe. It's just my personal opinion, but
thank you.
I mean, if I could vote, I'll vote you in there, brother.
Thank you.
I truly believe so. It's been a long journey for me. I've always felt different my entire life. And I've actually had 2 very vivid end of world dreams. And both of them were almost identical, except the second one, there was a slight difference.
Okay.
The dream was like these crafts, as they would say UFOs, but I tend to believe they are actually IFOs, which is identifiable flying objects.
Yes.
Which or people would say the chariots. Mm-hmm. But they were destroying these big cities, right? Mm-hmm. And the first dream, it was like I was maybe a kid, probably like about 10 years old, and took off running. Obviously, I was scared because these crafts were destroying a city. But to me, like in my dream, it felt like it was like Minneapolis. I don't mean to call a name of a city or anything.
Yes.
That's what it just felt like. And these planes were flying in, and I took off running and ended up on this hill. But I was seeing myself as a kid. Mm-hmm. Now, about 3-4 years after that, I had almost the identical dream. This has never happened to me before or mm-hmm. after having the same dream. But this time, as the planes were flying in to attack these crafts that was destroying the city, the crafts were just completely annihilating them. And the kid looked up, who I thought was me, looked up to an older guy, and the guy looked at the kid and said, "Don't worry, they are the good guys." And I woke up after that. I'll never forget those dreams. But this has been a long journey for me. Big Judah, it's been a long journey. I came to realize that everything is a lie. I'm not sure if you've studied this anytime before, and you may even think I'm a bit loony, but I rediscovered that the Earth is in fact actually flat. It's a flat disk. It's this space and satellites, all of it is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Esau has been lying about everything, and that is one of the biggest lies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's actually showing you rockets and all these things are actually taken off, but they're not going anywhere, Big Judah.
Mm-hmm.
They go upwards for a certain distance, then they always tilt sideways on a horizontal and disappear over the so-called Bermuda Triangle. They already got everyone scared to go there, but I believe they're just dumping them right there. Nothing is in space. There's satellites is not even real.
Yeah.
Planets don't exist because we don't even live on one.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, and I came into that truth by actually I did a curvature test with a friend of mine that told me, under some drinks, he told me that the Earth was flat, and I called the guy every name in the book, and we did a curvature test that it was 43.5 miles apart, and according to the formula they give you, which is I think it's pretty much the Pythagorean theorem, there should be over 1,400 foot of curvature or something like that. It was absolutely straight. I couldn't believe it. As a big man, I came home and I cried because I lived in Houston, close to Johnson Space Center. I took the little stupid tours of all these fake spaceships. All of it is a lie. All of it, everything. And I was like, what else are they lying about? And it's everything.
And then, like you said, it's everything. You're right. Like I said, I mean,
everything.
They're lying about they've lied about absolutely everything. And we'll know soon enough as far as flat Earth. And I mean, we definitely have done some research on that as well. It's like
it is flat. It's 100%.
There's certain things that we're gonna know for sure. And and it's like, hey, you can kind of get into the study for these different types of things, but it's like everybody kind of has to kind of decide what it is they want to kind of study. I have a brother who's done like a lot of research on flat Earth, and he totally believes it's flat as well. There's so many different things that actually points to it. So I mean, but as far as salvation, as far as like what we need to be doing right now, is that really gonna, make any difference? I mean, so it kind of depends on everybody's form of study and what they want to concentrate on.
And the next thing, Big Judah, they're really pushing this agenda. Well, I'm actually in the Caribbean right now.
Okay.
And they're really pushing this agenda for to take that jab.
Yes.
I'm trying. So I'm just ducking it. I'm never going to take any. I don't care which variant. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take any. And I'm going to make sure my kid don't take any as well. Right. I've had family members that, that took it. And I mean, I'm a real emotional guy, I wept for them. I'm sorry they did, but they're really pushing this thing worldwide, because I watched the other video with the other brother. I can't remember his name. And you mentioned him probably like 2-3 videos ago. Okay. And I actually watched this video, and I believe he's right. He's 100% right. Something is about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Something big, and I'm trying to do my part. I'm trying to wake up as many people, as possible.
Yes.
Some listen, some don't. And as you say, when to just leave it alone and just move along,
That's
because, the Most High, He's already predetermined all of this stuff.
That's it.
I'm just trying.
Just be ready.
Just
be ready to be used. That's all we can do. We can just prepare ourselves to be used by the Most High. The Most High prepares us to use us, to drop those seeds as best we can, and then it's up. The Most High is going to do the watering after that.
That's right.
But thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you again so much, bro.
I appreciate
that. Thank you again. I hope you sit up on the high seats. I hope that the Most High makes a spot for you on the 144,000. You got to be there, man.
Thank you,
You really
brother.
taught me a lot.
Thank
You're
you
an
so
inspiration to everyone, and your word is reaching me all the way in the Caribbean. I'm telling you.
Beautiful. Thank you
It
so
led
much.
me to you.
All praises to the Most High. Thank you so much. Shalom.
Yeah, blessings, my brother. Yeah, all praises to the Most High. Shalom, brother. I'll give someone else a chance to call in, okay?
Thank you. Good rising.
Good rising, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises. How you doing?
I've been trying to get in contact with you. I'm glad you called me back.
Yes, I just learned how to do that
Watching the
today.
videos.
I just learned how to do that today, so that's why I'm calling people back now.
You just learned how to do the stuff too.
My son just figured it out for me.
The other thing I want to say is, man, keep watching these skies. You know what I'm saying? They telling us without telling us. There's a lot of things that's going on. I try to tell my family, you know what I'm saying, as far as what they do with this nanotechnology, as far as how they trying to change people's DNA. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to, you know what I'm saying, search for the Holy Ruach's DNA, because the carriers is the wife. You know what I'm saying? We the clone. We basically the head. There's an order in everything. You have the man, the woman, and the child. Even tells you that in the beginning of the Bible. You think we're speaking to the creator in the garden. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff about this I know. I know he just didn't give it to me for a reason.
Yes.
Because for real, Big Judah, I still do what the hell I do in these streets, bro. But I know God is waking up not only the ones that say they need the help, but he's giving it to the ones that don't think they need it. You understand?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I be having dreams. My whole family don't even pay attention to me.
Yeah.
My children took the shot.
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
But also,
it's tough.
That keeps me going. I read Job. Because a lot of things, he bless you, he also take it, and he also give it again.
Yes.
I done lived a life, boy, I done lived in Cali. Man, listen. There's so much stuff I've been through in this world, but I'm not going to speak on that. But I just know this. Everything you saying is the truth.
Thank you, brother.
I know it's about to be a big boy war. We're going to have Leviathan, Gomorrah, the spirit's going to be released.
Yes.
And switch on what they doing with the, you know, sending out, you know what I'm saying? God going to let them open up the portals. They're already open now. The spirit's already in people. You can see it manifested on the people right now.
Yes, you can.
Walk outside. You know what I'm saying? Them spirits is in people like, she said it.
Yeah.
You're going to tell by me. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, you never will. As far as people listening in, if she ain't dealing with you now, it's too late. I'm telling you. Mark was coming. Everything you saying is the truth. Just keep saying what you saying. I'm going to talk to you again. I've been sending messages to you, just let you know. I'm watching for the sky. I'm waiting for people to keep the same energy when this motherfucking, when the sky open up and you see something you've never seen.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's all, look, they already got it on TV. You know what I'm saying? They talk about it. They're going to have to tell people, you can't hide that.
That's it.
But first of all, your equipment can't touch what he gave us. If you ever forget, the knowledge and understanding y'all got came from our people. From every electronic, from everything on this motherfucker, it came from our people that they stole from the cell phones, pagers, everything. Because God blessed us. Not only that, he was blessing us back then. That's why he took all the machines, the ley lines, he took it from us, but giving it to these children. I'm telling you, Mama words, there's gonna be little babies waking up like these little movies they propaganda us with. As far as like the superheroes. Watch how these children wake up with powers and not knowing, and they're gonna be killing their parents. I'm telling you, Mama words, if you don't have the seal, it's over for you and it's done. I'm telling you, what you're doing now, you're preparing us, Big Judah, for Jacob 16:16. You don't turn to hunters. I'm just telling you, and I'm telling you, I'm speaking from the prospect of niggas in the streets the gangbangers. You got them breaking up. You got them leaving because you start to see a lot of homosexual energy, and the real men are backing away. They don't understand it. Really, I've been there, man. I'm there now. So I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Keep doing what you're doing. All praises to the Most High. Glory to the Holy Spirit, because I shouldn't have asked for it. But now I'm glad I did, because I asked for it when I was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was something bigger than this.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's much bigger than
I'm
us.
sitting in my cell, coming from sugar to nothing, looking at my wall with a crack, dripping water, praying like, what the hell is this? Is this my life?
Yep.
And I asked for something. I'm going to tell you, I was asleep on my bed. It felt like a dark energy was on me, like holding me. I could not move. I'm screaming, trying to holler for Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even believe in Jesus. Because I was into the hieroglyphics and stuff like that, doing with Egyptian technology, our technology from Egypt that they stole from us. Because actually, was our people walked in and taught them, gave them life to them damn things they prayed for.
Mm-hmm.
All them temples and shit we built. And that was only 3 tribes.
Yep.
People don't understand. There's a lot of shit he about to give us, man. He give it to me every day in dreams.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit I don't remember. A lot of shit I do remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, I know it's coming. Like, far as you ever notice when you talk to somebody, they be like, oh, okay, they listen to you, but they want to move on?
Yes.
It's over.
Yep.
I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be evil or town mean, but I'm just keep it real. You got to see. God is talking and trying to, Fisher is done.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe what you're saying and don't have a hope or heart where you just, basically, where you got faith to everything that's coming your way, because she going to guide you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn. She going to guide you.
Yep.
She going to guide you to where you need to go. I'm telling you, she guided me.
Yep.
And I'm still in these damn streets. Because at the end of the day, she knows these laws is unjust. Mm-hmm. She don't look at none of this. Mm-hmm. First of all, she glad because she get to talk to her babies again. Yep. She was giving us knowledge, understanding in all the ways, giving us how to make cell phones, how to make life easier for the average man on this world. If you understand, not only was our labor was making life easy for another man, what we made, what we invented, everything that they continue to steal from us.
Yep. Yep.
And listen, we made this world because we were the light of the world. That's why we're at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I love my God. I knew it was a purpose. I knew to be talking you over like that, but I just had to talk to you. I've been trying to call you. But as far as trying to get people to believe, if you have faith and understanding, but she's guiding you to this, open your eyes to little doors, you're still stuck by that damn closet. Mm-hmm. But you're still looking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's over. And I hate to say that because every day, it's like it's breaking up my relationship. I talked to my girl about it. She ain't listening to it. So mm-hmm. God showed me in every way around me.
Yeah.
Every way from experience, and that's the best teacher, right?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Thank you, brother, for all this great information. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. Shalom.
All praises. Shalom.
Shalom.